Hey there, this is Christina, president and founder of creatingdigitalassets.com, and tonight I'm really excited because my clients are launching their very first online course, and I help them get all the pieces integrated, all the software integrated to accomplish this. And they have a program that's called Change Your Home, Change Your Health in 30 Days, and it's all about creating changing your environment so that you minimize or eliminate toxins and allergens and known and suspected carcinogens in your home, in your office space. And this can be like dust mites, mold, and spores, different chemicals in your personal care products and your cleaning solvents, your bedding, rugs, what kind of HEPA vacuum cleaner is best to use, laundry detergents, dry cleaning solvents for professional, dry cleaning, furnace filters. Gosh, like so many things. They're experts in this, and they even do like EMF testing, testing homes and workspaces for electromagnetic frequencies. And I guess that's from like microwave ovens and cell phones and mobile devices. So everything eco-friendly, organic, just really creating healthier spaces so that you're not breathing in toxins. Your skin, you're not applying anything topically on your skin. Yeah, so anyway, it's a great program. It's 4 weeks full of video training and PDFs and audio files, I think, MP3 downloads, and just a media-rich site. They're productizing all their expertise and knowledge and offering it as a course. So I was really excited to help them, happy to help them with this project. And this video is actually about the back end, the behind the scenes thing, the behind the scenes technology that supports the user experience that we want to architect, okay? So right now I'm in LeadPages, I'm in their account, and these are the, how many are there? 7 pages that support this product launch, okay? And we're using a launch template in LeadPages. We're using the one that follows Jeff Walker's product launch formula. He is a pioneer in online product launches. If you have not heard of Jeff, definitely look him up. Jeff Walker, he's in Denver. He's been doing this for a number of years. He just wrote a book about it finally. It's called Launch. It's available on Amazon. And he has a formula that has been used by leaders in every industry, and it's been very lucrative. People have made multiple $1 million. They've had a list, and they JV with other people, and really leveraging the internet, this global 24/7 audience that we have, for passive income, and just like I said, productizing your expertise, and not trading your time one-on-one doing consulting. That's just that's not very leveraged. So we want to create leverage in our business, and that requires digitizing our content, automating those business processes that are eligible for automation, and setting up things like this. So back to this. I get off on tangents because I get so excited about this. So let's get back to this. So there's 7 pages that support this launch, and that is a sequence. These are right here, 3 opt-in pages. Okay, 3 opt-in pages that lead. Each of them individually lead to a respective video, pre-launch video content. We call it pre-launch content. Collectively, individually, there's 3 videos that build interest and provide proof and invoke curiosity. And during this time, these videos are released about every 2 to 3 days. So this launch is usually about 10 to 14 days in length. And over this time, over this period of time, you are giving free training in these videos, and this is an opportunity to showcase your expertise and demonstrate authority and credibility in your personality, and give people knowledge. Even if they don't purchase, they're going to learn something. So it's an act of goodwill. You're starting off giving something for free, and building trust and familiarity, and being a consistent presence in their inbox for this period of 2 weeks. Okay, so they opt in to receive the content. They receive it in these videos, and then on the 4th video, actually the sales video is not here because my client opted to create their sales page outside of LeadPages because they had a lot of customization that they wanted to do with graphics and menu placement and different things and colors and just things that LeadPages couldn't support. They wanted a lot of customization. There are some phenomenal sales pages, high converting within LeadPages, so you don't have to do this. They just opted to, and I think they had already started and gone down the path, and it just, it wasn't, they've been put too much time and money invested in it, and it just wasn't feasible to scrap it and do it in here. So anyway, just a little tangent. You can make your own sales page if you want to, but the ones in here are really easy. They're drag and drop. They're optimized for conversion, and yeah, so that's the reason you don't see the sales page here. But after the 3rd video, we send people to the sales page, and that is where we make our offer, and that is where the magic buy button comes in, the add to cart. Like, we don't show that at the beginning because we don't want them to, we want them to watch the video, and we don't want them to, like when you arrive at a sales page, and all of these, we're not talking about long form copy, I'm talking about video sales pages, either direct to camera or VSL. When someone arrives there, you don't want to show whiskers, right? You want to show cheese. And if you listen to the I Love Marketing podcast, you know what I'm talking about. The page has to be a giving page, not a taking page. So before you had you don't want to show the add to cart button before you had an opportunity to convey value, because people might click it and see a price and have an objection to that price, but they never had an opportunity to hear all the benefits and the bonuses and different things like that. So we don't show that button until a particular minute and second, particular place in the video after you've described the benefits, told them every single thing they're going to get, and the bonuses, and did the price anchoring and price juxtapositioning and everything like that. Then we magically, the button fades in at the right time when you announce the price, and then they have the opportunity to click the Add to Cart button and go to the payment processing page and purchase it. So that happens, and the day that the cart opens, all of these pages all the traffic is redirected to the sales page for the duration of time that the cart is open. Okay, and depending on if they're just doing it by themselves, they'll have email that goes out to their list. They'll promote it on social media across the totality of their social media, like Facebook and Twitter, and various touch points, and this will go on for a while. If they're like somebody that has JV partners, they might be doing like webinars and teleconferences with their affiliates, and just driving more and more traffic to the sales page to increase the amount of the ratio of people that see it and perhaps buy. So that goes on. And I forgot to say when I was talking before that cart closed, all these pages are linked together in here. And Jeff Wenberg at LeadPages on LeadPages YouTube channel has an amazing tutorial on this. So I'm not going to reduplicate that because he is exceptional at articulating all of this in that video tutorial. I'll leave the link in the description box below, but I'm just showing you. But we link these pages together, and then after that cart opens, we redirect all this traffic to the sales page, and then when the cart closes, we have this really cool page right here. Let me show you. It's the sold out page. Okay, let's view the page. It's live on the internet. Now, when the cart closes, we now redirect all the traffic that was previously going to the sales page to the sold out page. We have their logo here. If you click it, it opens up in a new window to their Facebook page. I'm not logged in, but it goes to their Facebook page. So you have that. And right here we have an email capture, and this is hooked up to their email marketing system. They happen to have Aweber. It could be Infusionsoft, MailChimp, Constant Contact, Office Autopilot, whatever it is that you have. Get response. But anyway, we have an opportunity to collect their name and email, because just because this launch is over, you don't want to lose any residual traffic. You want to give them the opportunity to opt in and join this notification list. You make a different segment over here in your database so that when people are coming in from this page, they get segregated out so you can identify them later. And when you relaunch this program, or if you decide to make this program evergreen, you will contact them and let them know, because they will likely, a high percentage of them will buy it. So this is by design, and you want to be able to capture any residual traffic that happens after your launch. And that's how we do it. So these are my pages, and if you want to see an example of the opt-in page, I'll show you the first one. It's a two-step opt-in. I love their colors and their graphic design, blue and yellow. It's very friendly font and colors, attractive design. Here's their testimonials. Here's their 3 bullet points, benefit-driven language. We didn't use their logo, but we used some of their credibility here because they have been on TV. As I said, they're experts, so they've been on all these shows, and just want to position them as an authority among people who don't know them already. You know what I mean? So, like, if you have no idea who Ron and Lisa are, you'd be like, who are these people? So, we wanted to put that across the top. And let's take a look at let's just look at one of the video pages that we did. Let's do video 1. And this one's about allergens in the home.
Hello and welcome. We are Ron and Lisa Barris, and we are the founders of ronandlisa.com and creators of Change Your Home, Change Your Health in 30 Days.
They are such an attractive couple. I love her dress. I love his shirt. They match. Everything is congruent in here as far as design. She's an interior designer too, so everything looks good. But we also want to optimize these pages for their branding is exceptional. They've got branding down. We also want to couple that when they've taken care of that, and what they need is to couple that with optimization. We want to optimize things for response. We want to optimize things for response, and that's what we're doing. So this video right here is the first of the 3 in the series, and there's the other 2. They're sort of grayed out because you're not going to see them until they go live in a couple of days, and then a couple of days after that. This video is on autoplay. All you can do is play and pause, because we don't want people, skimming and skipping ahead or any of that. Here's their logo. If anybody accidentally or curiously clicks this, it stays on the same page. Okay.
Hello and welcome. We are Ron and Lisa Barris.
And this is integrated with their Facebook page so that people can like and comment and share. And there's social proof. As the comments start building, it gives you an opportunity to engage with people. Here are some thumbnails of the upcoming videos and a little subtitle to tease the content and invoke curiosity and encourage them to keep watching. So this one is about allergens, this one is about creating a healthy office, and then this one is about carcinogens. We have the legal disclaimers down here and a link out to the terms and conditions. And this is your headline across the top. So that's a little bit about this launch. There's a whole lot more to it. I just wanted to show you some of it. And we are loving LeadPages. It's really helped speed of implementation because they have really great templates and you don't have to do any coding. Everything is configurable in the user interface, so we like that. We don't want to go into the source code. So speed of implementation and the fact that these pages are hosted, when you host it on LeadPages, are hosted on Google Network, which has, I don't know, like an amazing bandwidth, and collectively this company is collecting analytics and anonymously, but per industry, and they're watching how well these things convert. So we want to optimize opt-in pages for conversion, and these pages give you a framework to do that. And of course, you have to customize them with copy. So your copy, you have to know how to do your copywriting. There's not a lot of copy on these pages. However, the copy that is there has to be copy that converts, and you have to be skillful in that. And then you have to be skillful in driving traffic. So you want to do everything you can to optimize things for conversion. That's the first thing. I guess if you're going to reverse engineer this, you really start with a high quality product. But I already know that they have a high quality product. So you put your heart and soul into creating your online course. You know that it's amazing, okay? But nobody else knows about it yet, okay? So that's why we have to reverse engineer a process by which things are optimized for conversion first, actually. After you create the product, or some people actually do this before you create your product, you create a sales page. And I guess you could do long form copy, although I'm making this video in the middle of 2014, and what's converting higher than long sales copy where there's just an endless amount of text and you have to scroll and scroll and scroll and people don't read it all. They just sort of go to the bottom, look at the price, and bounce because they really haven't, if you do a video, you have the opportunity to convey value as they're watching it, and you disable the player controls, so you force them to watch it, and you get an opportunity to convey value before they leave, before they object to price. So video sales letters, VSLs, with copywriting skill convert very well, and also direct to camera videos. Now that takes even a little bit more skill because everything that you would do, and there's a formula to it, on your sales page, the story, the problem, the solution, there's like different sections, just different things that you need to make sure you cover in a certain order on your sales video. And if you're doing it direct to camera, it's going to take some practice, but it'll take some practice. Brendon Burchard is amazing at this. Marie Forleo is amazing at this. And you have to practice, and you can be amazing at it too. But out of the gate, it's a little bit hard. But I'm just saying. But you want to have videos. You want to make sure your sales video is optimized for conversion. Is really the best that it can be, because when you have a high converting sales page, and a great product, people are going to find out about it, and you're going to have a lot of JV opportunities, and affiliates will want to promote for you, and that'll expand your reach and enhance your discoverability among people who don't even know you yet. So that's really important. Optimize for conversion, and then you have to optimize for traffic, because you have to get people to the opt-in page, into your ecosystem, onto your list, so that they can see these 3 videos and then see the offer that you present. So we have to optimize for traffic, we have to optimize for traffic for opt-ins, and we have to optimize our sales page for conversions. So and this is just kind of beyond the scope of this video, but the best thing that's working right now are Facebook ads, highly targeted Facebook ads and video sales letters. So if you want responsive traffic and profitable conversions, I would use something like that. If you do things that are highly targeted, you're going to have pre-qualified people coming, and then your ratios are going to be better. If you have great copywriting, and what that means is a message to market and match for your most ideal customer, you're going to have higher conversion ratio. So really, it is imperative to know who you're talking to, so that you can target your Facebook ads with a great degree of specificity, so that you're showing and serving those ads to the right people. And then, assuming that a high percentage of them opt in, then the second thing that you have to do to optimize for conversion are your words, is your copy. And you have to talk to them in a conversational tone that is a message to market match. And you'll know that because you'll know who your market is. And usually your market is a former version of yourself. So you'll know what they're responsive to, whether they respond to fear of loss, fear of pain, they're risk averse, or if they're really seeking pleasure. So there's different ways, different words you can choose. And of course, all of this can be split tested, and that's a whole nother topic. And there's also retargeting for people that bounce away from these things, and that's a whole nother topic. And Laura Betterly is a really exceptional resource with the Facebook advertising and the retargeting campaigns for the pixels that you put, and then the copy that you write on the retargeting ads, because you're going to want to change the message, because now you have some insights, behavior-based insights on who you're talking to. So now the message changes. You're not talking to cold traffic. You're talking to someone who's come and gone. So they express some interest, preliminary interest, and maybe they, when we say retargeting, or we say if someone was on my sales page and they left, it's not always because they're not interested or they don't want to buy. Don't make that assumption. I mean, think about this. They might have gotten interrupted. They might have gotten a phone call, a text. The FedEx guy might have knocked at the door. They might have a baby crying, or a dog that wanted to be let out the house into the backyard. They might be checking out your stuff on their lunch break, and they're busy. They don't have time. They just have time to glance at it. They'll come back to their desktop later that evening. Maybe they're surfing the internet at work, and they really shouldn't be, and they're just looking at stuff. And again, they don't have time to watch that whole video. They'll come back to it later. So just because people come and go, I don't want you to make the assumption that, what did I do wrong on my page? They didn't like it. There's a whole lot of situational conditions, things that can happen where people leave, And the thing is, when you do your retargeting, you have an opportunity to recapture them and remind them, hey, we know that you were here, and we want you to come back. So, yeah, they might need a reminder because people get busy. But if you got the click the first time, there's some interest, and you need to follow up on that. So it's really good to, when you're talking about optimization, do the retargeting. Keep your eye on your numbers. Numbers always tell the story. If you know how to interpret your analytics, your lead sources, your conversions, and all that. So there's just so much to this. I want to just share so much and try to explain to you, but I don't want to overwhelm you. I know the tech savvy people were like, yeah. The new people are like, can I do this? Well, maybe you can't. Maybe you can't do it by yourself, but I am available to help you. I would highly suggest that you have a digital marketing strategist, a product creation consultant like myself and my team that I'm building out, and we can walk you through this step by step. We can do it for you. If you're curious and you want to know like why or how, we can share that with you too if you want to do it yourself. I'm creating an online program about this in the future. And I'm so excited. There's so much enthusiasm when you finally get it all working. We integrated the sales page with one shopping cart last night and tested it through PayPal, and they purchased, and they got the welcome email from Kajabi because this program's hosted on Kajabi. And we tested the full end-to-end scenario, the full integration of all these software components. And what we're really doing is we have a user experience in mind that we want to architect, and we reverse engineer it, and we put technology behind the scenes to support that user experience that we want, and we want it to be frictionless in between each component. It should be transparent to the user that there's like 4 different software pieces behind all this. It should be completely, there should be complete interoperability. And with APIs and, you know how to integrate things on the back end, you have a seamless, smooth user experience and no ambiguity, the thing is online, when things don't go as someone expects them to go, or something's ambiguous, or there's too much latency between steps, it just, psychologically, it just breeds a little bit of distrust. Like, okay, this isn't working, the mechanics of this, I don't know. So, it's important to set these things up and test it, fully test it, before you go live, and that's what I help people do. So I know I've been rambling on, going off on all sorts of tangents, but I just wanted to do this video because there's so much on my mind, and I am hungry to do this again for somebody. I actually have all the configuration it's all in my mind. I'm in state. I'm excited, and I want to help someone else do this too. So if you happen to be ready and you want to create your very first online product, I would be happy to help you. Please send me a private message, and we can get started. And this has appeal for a lot of different people. This can be for someone that is unhappy with their job, and or maybe they're happy with their job, but they want an exit strategy. They want some leverage. They want an additional stream of income. Maybe there's a new baby on the way. Maybe your spouse wants to stay home with the new baby. Maybe someone lost a job, was laid off, or disabled, had an accident, and there's a loss of a stream of income. There's a lot of people mid-career have accrued a lot of expertise and knowledge, and they're consulting and they're trading their time at a 1-to-1 ratio, and there is no leverage in what they're doing. And if they productize their expertise and their knowledge and all these things. They don't have to commit it to memory anymore, and now they have an online product which they can create once and do it exceptionally well and then resell multiple times over and over and over again. And that is a leveraged business, and that is what creates passive income. And so there's people mid-career that would benefit from doing this. Also a little bit older demographic, the baby boomer demographic too. There's a lot of decades of wisdom that these individuals have, and that they can pass on to the younger generation, and maybe not in technical things, because technology's changed so much, but I mean more like in life wisdom, personal development, and just other, they have so much more life experience and so many more things that they've assimilated. I would say more on the people skills, because like now everybody has access to Google and podcasts and blogs and YouTube tutorials, and anything you could possibly want to learn you could master if you have the time or the money online, really. But what they've mastered is more like interpersonal skills and offline business and communication and relationships and things like that I'm seeing is getting lost as we're all Skyping and texting and Facebooking, and it's almost like we have all these connections or loose connections, and they can be really beneficial, but until you take it offline, it's just sort of like there's not anonymity, but there's just not depth. It just feels almost like pseudo friendships. It's almost like you still feel lonely. You're still sitting in your house by yourself. So, there's that dynamic. So I think that baby boomers have a lot of stuff that they could impart to us about, a lot of mistakes and a lot of stuff not to do, because they've had that longevity. And, this could also be for someone that's already successful, making, 6-7 figures, or maybe they even have their first online product and they want an additional stream of passive income. My company is called creatingdigitalassets.com, and the tagline is building a portfolio of information products, plural, for multiple streams of passive income. So maybe they want to fund some real estate investing, or maybe they want some startup capital for something, or maybe they are thinking about pre-positioning their business for sale, or they need pre-positioning their financial statements for making some kind of investment, and they need greater cash reserve, greater liquidity than they previously thought. Or maybe they just have a luxury item that they want, or they want to travel more, or buy a second home, owner-occupied home, and they need additional income. You can have luxuries, but what you have to do is create an asset to fund your liabilities and your luxuries. So maybe they want to do that. But this can be for any. There's so many different profiles of people that this is beneficial for. So if any of those sound like you, if you're exiting corporate, if you want to if you want to keep your job because you love it and just have a supplemental income, if you want an exit strategy out of your job, you want to do it fast, you want to do it slow with little risk, it's up to you. I mean, there's so many different situations out there, but one of the reasons I do this is because I used to be in corporate environments and kind of chained to a cubicle, and that just really stifled my spirit and my creativity and the way my energy and like who I want to be in the world. And I like a greater degree of latitude and autonomy, and I bet you do too. So that's why I'm on my own. I've been on my own for a while now, and this is what I want to help other people do. Like I call it emancipation because it really is freedom. The additional money, like the additional income, provides you with more options, expanded experiences. You're positioning yourself in more of a position of strength financially. You're doing things more intelligently. You're leveraging a global 24/7 audience out here. 7-8 billion people on the planet. I mean, this is a skill. If there was any higher, I can't think of any higher return on your investment of time if you're going to learn something or do something than to create digital products. And then, learn or hire someone that is skillful at product creation, digital product creation, and marketing strategy. Because this can give you the financial freedom that you have been hearing about and wondering if it's possible. So, and then the financial freedom gives you time freedom to do whatever it is. That's sort of like a bridge. The money is a bridge to whatever else it is you want. Because, nobody really cares about money and coins and paper and all that. It's the abundance, of income that gives you an abundance of time, gives you time freedom, gives you geographic freedom. You can live wherever you want. Beach, mountains, another country. You can travel, work from anywhere. And you're not chained to a cubicle. You're not chained to a city or state. There's a lot of. I live in Washington D.C. metro area. I'm in Virginia, and I can't tell you the hundreds of thousands of people that flock here for jobs, government jobs and government contracting jobs. And would all these people be here if there weren't jobs? Is this like if money weren't an issue, would you still live here? And I'm sure a high percentage of them would be like, heck no. Be in traffic? Who wants to be in traffic on the Beltway every morning? People, how it is just ridiculous. It's a rat race. Like Robert Kiyosaki says, it's a rat race. So, emancipation, you have, if you don't plan for it, if you don't start taking steps towards it, it's not going to happen. The best time to have started was yesterday. Or even a year ago, or 2 years ago. The next best time to start is now, because these things compound. These things live out there, they live beyond you even. This is legacy too. I mean, it's like a book, it's analogous to a book, but now it's digital. So there's ebooks, there's audio programs, there's online courses, there's membership sites. There's so much that we can do, and I just think that when you have more income, especially passive income, there's no more stress. There's no more anxiety. You're coming from a place of grace and generosity, and you can afford to help people, whether that's financially or you can give them time. Most people are so rushed, so busy, so tired that and so distracted even that it's rare to ever get anybody's undivided attention and time. Now imagine being able to gift somebody that, who is, in the middle of a crisis, emotionally or health crisis or something. How bad does it feel if you can't be there because you have to work? Just saying that word just saying that sentence feels so constraining. I would never want to be constrained like that. Another thing, one of the other reasons I got into doing this for myself is I have 2 beautiful golden retrievers. I don't have children, but I have 2 beautiful golden retrievers. And my dogs, I love them. And if you have pets, I know you love your pets, especially if it's plural, and that's the thing. They're aging, they're siblings, actually, and they're aging at the same rate. And it got me to thinking, because I've had pets before, and, what if they need veterinary care? Well, we don't have veterinary insurance, and even some of the programs for veterinary insurance that are out there aren't really, if you do a cost-benefit ratio with their premiums and the deductibles and all that, sometimes they don't really make sense. So you have to be self-pay for all these things. Now, what if something happened to your pet that you love, or both of them at the same time, and you couldn't pay the vet bills? Or you'd have to put it on a credit card with high interest rate. I mean, that would be catastrophic. And I guess, you could say the same thing for children if you happen to not have health insurance for yourself and your children. You have to strengthen yourself, strengthen your financial position. And the only way to accelerate the accumulation of wealth is through leverage. And this is one of the best ways you can do it. There's also real estate investing, which is a whole other topic, and I have resources for you if you're interested in that. Income producing properties that cash flow monthly. That's a whole other complex skill set to learn, but definitely something worth investing in. But online business and that are like the two things that will create wealth for you. And I hope by now you understand that this is not just about making money. This is about creating happiness for yourself. This is about, reducing stress and stabilizing yourself and having all of your needs met, and then all of your, desires and, the luxuries that you like and things you never were able to afford before, and you go through that phase and you do everything that you were never able to do, and maybe you retire your spouse or buy a house for your mom or dad or something. Like, people go through this phase and, with the income, and then at some point you're settled. I mean, you're okay. And then you start, thinking, well, what can I do for the community? You extend out. What can I do for humanity? And it's really a trajectory. It's like really a journey, a personal growth journey that we go on. And the more you have, the more you can give. You cannot help other people if first you have to help yourself. You can't help people being a peer to them. You'll have to let them go and return back later. If they don't want to come with you, and a lot of them don't, okay? Because not everybody has the personality or the courage or the energy or the intellect, the network, the relationships, whatever it is, inclinations to do this. Entrepreneurs do. We do. So you will have to let a lot of people go. And like I said, you come back later if you want, come back to them, get them later. But to help people, you cannot stay at their level, because this is an ascension. This is an ascension to higher consciousness. People that want to make a bigger impact, a bigger income. They want to educate, they want to motivate, they want to instruct, they want to inspire. They want to make a difference. They want to, that's what the reward really is. So if you're one of these people, put a comment below if you want it to be public. If not, you can send me a private message at christina.haftman@gmail.com. and let me know how I can help you. Let's get started with this. I started learning this in 2012, actually 2009 and 10, but really dove into it with Pamela Hendrickson, Mike Koenigs, Jeff Walker, Brendon Burchard in 2012. I shouldn't say spent, okay? Be careful with the words you choose. Invested 5 figures, thousands of dollars in learning these skills, and I'm going to put them to work for myself, but I'm also going to put them to work for other people. I'm not going to let them lay latent like most people do. They collect knowledge. No, this is not about collecting knowledge. This is about execution. This is about applying stuff and getting a result. I collected knowledge in college. It's funny how that rhymes. And so did you, and maybe you have degrees and certificates and, more degrees than a thermometer, one of my mentors used to say. I still remember that. So funny. Where's it gotten you? Seriously, honestly, do a little self-reflection. Where has it gotten you? Are you financially free? I'm making this video, it's like the end of June 2014. We're coming up on July 4th, which is Independence Day in the United States. But every year at this time, it perplexes me. We're celebrating freedom. Yeah, we do have a lot of freedoms in this country, and I'm so grateful for the servicemen and women that defend those civil liberties that we have, that we can pursue, we can be an entrepreneur and have the freedoms to pursue these things and all that, and I get that. But arguably, the greatest freedom that you can have is financial freedom, time freedom, geographic freedom, that passive income allows. The leverage. You can either labor, you can use labor, or you can use leverage. And one is finite, and one is infinite. We all have a finite amount of time and energy, life energy, and attention in a day. It's a physical limit. When you use systems and you automate things and you are promoting and selling to the entire planet, to a global audience 24/7, even when you're sleeping, even when you're doing other leisure activities with your family, children, pets, that is leverage. You have to incorporate leverage into your life. So arguably, financial freedom is the greatest freedom, but every 4th of July, all these people are quote-unquote celebrating, having barbecues, playing frisbee, going to picnics, drinking if you drink alcohol. What are you celebrating? A 3-day weekend? You should be celebrating financial freedom. Will you get there July 4th, 2015? 2016? You can do it in 2 years. Put a date on it. Put a date on it. What July 4th date will you be celebrating your own financial freedom? I'm not there yet. I'm completely honest. I'm not there yet. But that is true independence. That is true independence. We want to celebrate July 4th. We want to celebrate financial freedom. That would be something to celebrate on a July 4th day. Every year that it comes around, I think about it. And every year I'm disappointed in myself for not being financially free, and for all the errors in judgment that I made in my life pursuing the wrong things. Maybe success by other people's measures, college and Dean's List and honor societies and 6-figure jobs at places like Oracle and Accenture and global brands for clients. But you have to decide, what does success mean to you? Because those things don't matter at all to me anymore. At the time, I thought that was what it was all about, but I was misguided. I didn't have the right mentors. So I've taken the skills that I've learned in those, the knowledge and skills that I've learned in those environments, and I am transitioning them to my business because, you have to move ahead with the lessons and with everything that you learned there in these different places, whether it's the classroom or corporate jobs. There's definitely stuff. You're not starting with zero when you transition from an employee to an entrepreneur. You have a lot of skills that could transfer. You just don't recognize it. But you have to shift the lens in which you look at this, and I can help you do that too. So there's personal development that happens here, and there's business development that happens here. And when you embark on this journey, you are going to go on two concurrent paths. So personal development and business development. There's a lot to learn, but this is without a doubt where you should be investing your time and your money. I would be consistent with this. I would be committed to this. I would invest in this. I would go so far as to say I would put it on a credit card. I mean, use PayPal. PayPal has this option called Bill Me Later, where you have 6 months to pay for whatever it is that you purchased through PayPal. And there's no interest if you pay it in 6 months. So that kind of gives you a buffer. If, the product is $1,000, $2,000 or something like that, a higher price point. But you're investing in your future. What you have to do when you're looking at, you don't want to look at price. When you're looking at doing something like this, investing in the software, investing the time, investing in a digital marketing strategist, product creation consultants, you have to look at it like not me, you. I'm the CEO of my life. And my way hasn't really been working. And I'm ready to try a new way. And I don't object to price if I see the value, right? I don't object to price if I see the value. So what I want to know is, what is the ROI on this? Will this really work? Can I do it? Will this really work? And I have some doubts. You have doubts because you haven't done it before, but the only thing that eases those doubts are results, knowledge and results. And once you do it once, you're going to get so excited, you're going to do it again and again and again. You're going to want to create another online course that is maybe similar or maybe different to your first online course, and then the next one. And that's why we call it a portfolio, because these are assets. These are digital assets. We are going to create digital assets together for a portfolio of information products, plural, there's an S on the end, for multiple streams of passive income. So, like I said, you're looking for an ROI. So what you're thinking is, okay, if I spend X amount, I expect to get several multiples of that in return. So if you spend, say, just to keep the math easy, $10,000, if that brings you back, did I say 10,000? I can't remember what I just said. If you invest $1,000 and that brings you $10,000, you get a 10x return. And let's just say it's net, okay? Let's just say it's net, not gross. Which means after your expenses, okay? Like after you take off the expenses, which there's tax write-offs, so I don't know, I don't know how sophisticated you are with finances, but there's tax write-offs for a lot of the expenses that go into this. The professional services, like if you hire me as a strategist, the software like LeadPages and One Shopping Cart and Weber, they have monthly fees, annual fees. All of these things are written off. So but anyway, let's just keep it simple, because the more you know, the more complex it gets. Let's just keep it simple. If you invested $1,000 and got a $10,000 return within a month or 2 months or a quarter or a year, that's awesome, right? So I want you to look at it as the ROI. And sometimes people have more doubt in themselves, like they don't know if they'll do it. Do I have the time to do this? Well, what else are you doing? I mean, where else can you borrow money from? Where else can you borrow time from and reallocate it here to create something that is is really an asset and not a liability or a waste of time. You know, are you watching TV? Are you, gosh, I don't know. I don't know what you might be doing, but there's things that don't yield any results. So there could be ways you're spending your time that doesn't advance you any closer to what you really want. There could be ways you're spending your money that doesn't, you know, that's not advancing you to something that you want. So usually I start off with clients with a mind map, and we sit down and we share a screen and we do a mind map, and we go through your why. We go through the steps, and the whole purpose of it is to gain clarity and to gain a strategy and a plan. And even though I know so much about all this, I take people through it very simply, step by step, and keep it really simple. And once I see that you've gotten something, you've learned something, or mastered something, then we go on to the next thing. And I can tell, if you get things quick, we're going to move quicker. If you're a little confused, we'll, support you until you understand. But the main thing is you have to be ready, you have to be equally invested, because I do not work with people that don't execute. You have to take action, you have to be all in. There can be no wavering at all. So I'm very selective with who I work with. And again, I want to invite you to work with me. And if you're interested, after this video, I've kind of gone on and on and on. This is not exactly how I envisioned this would end, or come out. I don't even know. Like, maybe I've been talking 30-40 minutes now. But I do want to conclude the video. I do want to show you that we know how we set this up in LeadPages. Did I even go to the shopping cart? We have we integrate it with one shopping cart. This is the same program with 3 payment options. We this is the portal on Kajabi where the content resides, and yeah, this is the sales page. Add to cart buttons, and it's just so exciting. It's so exciting, and I want to make it happen for somebody else too. These guys are doing great, and yeah, so again, I'm going to end this video. If I can help you in any way, send me a private message, christina.haftman@gmail.com.